Welcome to Seneca Indians Basketball, live on kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show for the Seneca Indians. Now let's join Ben Walcott live on location.
And a pleasant good evening, and we welcome you here to Neosho High School as we get set for high school basketball here on the
bonus coverage.
Yeah, on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. It is the Seneca Lady Indians and the Neosho Lady Wildcats. Daryl, it's the Monday before Thanksgiving, and you know what that means. It means girls basketball is here, as these two teams always start on that Monday before Thanksgiving. I'm Ben Walcott, joined by the coach, Daryl Harbaugh. Your countdown to tip-off sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, these two always get together the Monday before Thanksgiving, and for the third year in a row, basketball somehow meshes with football.
For the third year in a row, we have been still playing football and playing basketball. This reminds me of 2013. I remember probably last year when I did 2013. I was the coach, football coach. We're still in the playoffs. And I was also the girls' basketball coach. I would coach football until 5:30 till it got dark. Then I'd go in and coach basketball for 2 hours, get done at 7:30. Now, you talk about one tired little puppy. I was tired. But anyway, it was a good tired. It was a good tired. Here we are, basketball season starts. And, even back when I was coaching, they started this several years.
So it should be a fun one tonight. Seneca looking to have a lot more success than they did last year. Last year, 2 wins on the year. Their last win was in the Neosho Holiday Classic. It doesn't mean the effort wasn't there for the Seneca team. It was just the wins weren't there, hoping for some different results this year.
Yeah, they got some, new kids coming in, some younger kids coming in that's making an impact on the team. A couple of freshmen coming in. That's looking good. That's going to take time for them to deliver, because when a freshman comes up, it's hard to explain. But when a freshman comes up, the speed of the game is so much faster. And they have to get used to it. And it takes a while for them to get used to the speed of the game.
And this Seneca team was very young last year. They're hoping a lot of those players that probably would have got a ton of JV time last year had to play varsity minutes last year. And so they're hoping that experience is going to help them this year.
We had kind of a JV team, and you know as well as I do. We were young last year, and we went through some growing pains. And I'm hoping we can get over those growing pains and maybe get a few W's this year.
Take a timeout. Come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankofSeneca.com. Member FDIC.
Go Seneca Indians!
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
There are over 7.5 billion people on our planet. Hard to believe that anybody would feel lonely, but maybe that's exactly how you feel. Well, Billy Graham has good news.
Jesus believed in the worth of the individual, and Jesus spent most of his time with individuals, not just great crowds. The Bible teaches that God loves you as an individual. And greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. And the Lord Jesus Christ died on the cross. And while he was on the cross, he was thinking about you, because he was God. He could look down the centuries and call you by name on that cross and say, I love you. I will forgive you if you will come to me.
That's right. God loves you, and he's waiting for you with open arms. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back. Is still about a minute to go in this JV contest. There's potentially some overtime potential there, as Jolie King has a chance to tie the contest with a made free throw after making the first one, missed the second one, so I might have jinxed her.
Yeah, way to go, Ben.
I apologize for that. Your countdown to tip-off sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, this Seneca team, like we have already mentioned, is a very young team, but at the same time, they're a little more experienced this year. Well, I shouldn't say they're as young this year as they were last year. They got 6 seniors on the squad this year, but not all of them got a ton of playing time last year, and so hoping they experience, and then you also have a freshman that may get some playing time for the Seneca team as well. So youth may lead Seneca once again this year.
I agree with you once again, Ben. I mean, it's just, you know, you're looking for kids that can play. And I've been coaching. When I was coaching here, Ben, when I was here at Neosho and I was coaching, we were coaching basketball, I had some people come up to me and said, I don't think freshmen should play. And I said, it's called a high school team. It's 9 through 12. And you're trying to find the best kids with the best chemistry for that, you know, and that's what you're looking for as a coach. You know, there's an old saying, hey, as a coach, I'm trying my best to replace you. And as a player, you better be trying your best that I can't replace you. That's what it comes down to.
And this Seneca team, we mentioned youth may lead the way once again, but just kind of like the softball team, a lot of these players played softball together. Some of them played volleyball. Obviously, Seneca loves their multi-sport athletes. And so they probably, I would say 90-95% of the kids out there have played a different sport, but since they had to go through those trials together last year, a very well-knit team this year, and chemistry should not be a problem.
No, I mean, in fact is, Ashton Lannon, who's one of the starters tonight, senior year, she's already talked to my wife, wanted her to come over because they're having Thanksgiving. They were going to have Thanksgiving at my daughter's Jody's house for the team Thanksgiving. They're going to get all the girls together and have a team Thanksgiving dinner or a little meal or something. So the girls are already getting together just like when they did with softball. The girls all got together and did stuff when they was playing softball. They wanted to carry on with the same tradition. They want to get together and play, you know, do stuff when they're playing basketball.
And you love that regardless of wins or losses, that your togetherness the entire time. So I think you got to love that if you're head coach Drew Schulte, and you know the chemistry. Eventually, the wins will come. Is probably the big thing for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is. Hey, do what you're supposed to be doing. Do what you do, okay? And the girls will adjust, and we'll find some kids that can play.
It's Seneca and Neosho here tonight. Once this JV contest ends, whenever that is, it'll be 15 minutes at the conclusion of that, as Courtney Hancock just got shoved to the ground. And they didn't call a foul. They actually just said it was out of bounds. So
I think the Neosho girl stepped out of bounds and slapped the ball away from Courtney.
So we'll see.
But anyway, that's what happens. We have 30 seconds left here, Ben. A little bonus coverage on the JV game.
We'll see if Seneca goes for one. And Courtney said, nuts to that. I'm going to shoot a three. And you have an offensive rebound, and now Seneca gets fouled. So Jolie King will go to the free throw line, trying to tie or take the lead, because I believe
1-1.
There is no more one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it's 5 team fouls, and you shoot 2 regardless, and both teams are over the limit. So we shall see what happens here. Jolie went 1 for 2 her last trip. We'll talk.
See if she can't knock a couple down. That would be nice.
This first one
back
is
to the rim. That's awful tough. That's, saying we always shoot for the front of the rim. If you kiss the front of the rim, it usually wants to hang on and go in. Mentally, that's what you're trying to do. Kiss the front of the rim and just over the top.
And
okay.
Banks
it in.
She said, nuts to hitting the rim. I'm going to bank it in.
Now we might be in overtime. 21 seconds left. We'll see if someone can score here. Either Neosho score or Seneca get a turnover and score. Something.
So we'll just kind of see what happens. King forces the
turnover.
Seneca has number.
Oh, she did too.
Hancock double dribble or travel?
No, she double dribbled. She did stick her hand up there. I don't know if she actually did it, but she did stick her hand up there by it.
And Neosho will call a timeout here, but as we get ready for tonight's game, Daryl, you think about it. You look at Seneca's schedule. Seneca's schedule a lot different this year than in years past. You still have Neosho on the schedule. I don't think that one's ever going to change.
No.
That one always seems to be the Monday before Thanksgiving. Both teams love it. It's a short trip. It's a 20-minute drive from Seneca to here. So,
absolutely.
Or from here to Seneca. It doesn't matter, year to year who it is. Different tournament this year for Seneca. They are going to Diamond next week for the Gem City Classic, which that is some good competition. It's some lower classes, but Diamond one of the better teams in Class 3, and then some other Class 3 and maybe even some Class 2 teams, but those are always some of the Class 2 and Class 3 teams that are always very competitive. And so Seneca going to get a good look next week on probably 3 games in that tournament. It says the 2nd through the 7th. I'm sure some of that may depend on if Seneca can win their football game this Saturday. I have a feeling they're not going to want to be playing on that Saturday because everybody in Seneca will be making a trip up to Columbia. So
last person in town turned the lights off.
And it's on a Saturday this year instead of a Friday, so you don't really have to miss work for it. But still work to be done for the football team this week, a tall task ahead of them, but that's for a different day and a different time. As Seneca, another steal with 6 seconds, and Hancock going to put one up. It's no good. Offensive rebound, gets it out, can't put it up in time. No. And Daryl, this is just like normal for us. The JV game goes to overtime, and so you get a bonus 4 minutes. Or maybe it's 3 minutes for JV, but it is bonus time, overtime.
Well, not only do you get bonus time, but I'm getting extra practice time running the camera, how to get it up and down, Half the time I'm sitting there watching the game, forgetting to move the camera, so I'm getting a little extra practice in too, Ben.
We'll go ahead and take another timeout, come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
The staff at Mid-America Specialty Markets, along with Jamie and Terry Langford, are proud to serve our community and support the local high school students in their extracurricular activities this school year. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office at 908 Washington Avenue or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at midaminsurance.com.
And we welcome you back as it is a 2-minute overtime period for the JV, and Neosho scored a bucket and is now going to the free throw line to try and increase their lead. Seneca's done a good job pressuring the ball. They've had 4 or 5 turnovers, Daryl, just haven't been able to convert.
And you got to be able to make the, finish the deal. You get a turnover, you got to be able to finish it, handle the ball going down the court, and finish it. And they haven't been able to do that. But I say that the reason JV, the reason they're young, they're learning. The more you get them in games like this, the better it can be.
She misses them both, so Seneca will get the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead under a minute to go here.
Right there.
In overtime.
She just double dribbled, yeah.
But Daryl, you look at this varsity schedule, the Gem City Classic, Verona at home, Southwest at home. You go to Joplin, you go to Sarcoxy. There are some winnable games in this first part of the season. I don't know, other than Diamond being in it because Diamond's the host, I don't know who else is in that Gem City Classic, but it's going to be some good basketball played next week.
Right. I mean, people like to go to Diamond to play. Diamond's a very good school. They're a very good team right now. And it's going to be good. It's be good for Seneca. They're just, there's no pushovers over there, I don't think.
It's kind of interesting. You look at the schedule for Seneca. Seneca, a Class 4 team, as the rebound is partially blocked. And now they fight for the rebound, and I think they're calling a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it back to Neosho, and I apologize for going back and forth, but there's just so much going on all at once. But
these kids practice hard too, so we'll give them a little bit of shout out here.
But you look at the schedule, Seneca, a Class 4 team in basketball. You're playing a Class 6 team in Joplin, and it is not the first time they've done it. They do it, all the time. As King going to pop, I think it's a long two, no good offensive rebound, and putback is up and in, and I think that's one of the foreign exchange students for Seneca.
Yeah, number 35, I think.
Candela Jimenez.
Candelar.
And again, we apologize if we don't get that name right. It may take us a game or two or five to get some of these names right. As
hey, when I was coaching or when I was teaching, Ben, I always told the kids in class, I said, don't expect me to remember your name till Thanksgiving.
Well, here's the problem, Daryl. We're at Thanksgiving. I know it's different, but
it's the first time. But no. She's done some good things. I've heard some good things about her, and that was good right there. Got the rebound, put it back up, and score.
So Seneca takes the lead with 15 seconds to go here. And overtime, King, a steal. Left-handed layup's no good, but she's fouled. And Daryl, you see in the corner there, all the varsity players jumping up and down as well. So they're into it. The Neosho students to our left are into it as well.
Oh, yes. Basketball in the gym, everybody gets excited. But that's a good thing when the varsity team is out cheering you on. That's a good thing. The JV kids enjoy it. Just like in football, when we talk about the JV bunch comes in, when the bomb squad comes in, the seniors are out there at the front of the line yelling at them, screaming at them. If there's a timeout, the seniors are delivering water to them because they want them guys to feel like, hey, you're part of this, and they want everything to, go along smooth.
So this is the third straight trip. King goes 1 for 2, and she banks one of them in. So Seneca a 2-point lead, and she walks, or they called a timeout. With 8.4 seconds to go, Seneca has a 35-33 lead here in overtime. So it should be an exciting finish here, and this reminds me a little bit of last year in Lamar. As the boys basketball team, that varsity tip didn't kick off till almost 8 o'clock because of the fact that the JV game went into overtime. So a little bit different tonight just because of an earlier start time for the girls JV game. But still, this game originally scheduled for 7:30, and it's looking more and more likely it'll be right around 7:30 when it tips off. But this is an excellent job here tonight. And Daryl, I don't know if you have any info, but it looks like Callie Fields isn't dressed tonight.
No, Callie Fields I think is still the shoulder's bothering her, what I've heard. And no, she's not dressed out. She's still got to do some rehab a little bit, and let her shoulder heal up. But other than that, I think she's doing okay.
Is that from softball or something?
I'm assuming maybe a little bit from softball, but
yeah, she played through the entire softball season, and they've had a month basically since softball, so it makes you wonder too if it was something that happened in practice. As Seneca doing a good job and a missed shot, offensive rebound, and now a steal by Jimenez, and Seneca's JV is going to win 35-33. So an excellent job by the Seneca JV to start, and obviously Seneca hoping the varsity to follow.
Well, yeah, that's a good omen. Hey, we come out here and JV team win your first game like that. I mean, we've watched a little bit of JV last year, Ben, and we know how bad that was last year. So a good improvement, and the girls look like they, let's put it this way, had a little bit more idea, had another year underneath the belt, a little bit more idea of what's going on, what's expected of them.
Take another timeout, come back with more of the preview after this as they should get the 15-minute clock going here pretty soon. You're listening and watching Seneca Indian softball, softball, basketball, football. I don't know what sport we're playing.
It runs together, doesn't it?
But you're listening and watching Seneca Indian basketball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
When you were a child, the future was an open book. You look forward to the great things you'd accomplish when you were all grown up. But what if as an adult, someone said to you should be more like a child? The Bible says that's exactly what Jesus told his followers. Billy Graham.
At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And he said, "I tell you the truth, unless you are converted and become as little children, you'll never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whosoever humbles himself like a little child is greatest in the kingdom of heaven." You don't have to do some great thing or go through some great experience to know Christ. You just come like you are.
Discover how you can experience Jesus Christ personally. Go to findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationship.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And we welcome you back as they were honoring Youth Association basketball teams for the Neosho area, so they have not started the 15-minute timer yet. They will here very shortly, hopefully soon. Usually once the varsity comes out, they start it, so hopefully that clock will get running here. But Daryl, you look at Seneca's district, it's very identical to last year. I don't think there really is any changes from last year. It's an all Big 8 district. Aurora, right. Cassville, East Newton, Monette, and Mountain Vernon join Seneca in Class 4 District 12. Aurora coming off a district championship win. I don't remember who they beat, to be honest, but I know they won the district last year, and they got a lot of kids back this year, so they're probably, I don't want to say a heavy favorite because I know Monette was good last year. I know Mount Vernon was good last year, and year to year some things can change, but I don't want to say they're a heavy favorite, but I would think Aurora probably the favorite of the 6 teams in that district.
I would say you are correct. I mean, it's just I can't. I'm trying to remember too, Ben. I'm not sure if it was.
It was Monette
or Mount Vernon that was in the final. Dusty's got Mount Vernon got down there for a little bit and only had just a few players and basically had to cancel the last end of the season 2 years ago.
Yeah, 20.
But Dusty Killenworth's up there, got some girls to come back out and play a little bit, and had them playing pretty well, and so it could have been Mount Vernon. Like I said, Ben, I can't remember.
To be honest, I think it was Mount Vernon, but again, that was 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite 8 months ago, 6 months ago. I've slept since then, so.
I know I have.
So
you tend to sleep a little longer too when you get older, Ben. So
really, I've heard you don't sleep as much because the older I've gotten, the less sleep I've gotten.
Well, let's put it this way: maybe you just don't remember as much when you get older. Maybe that's what it is, not the sleep part. But yeah. Anyway, I think you're right, Ben. I think Aurora's got to be the top seed, going in. Probably one of the top seeds in the Big 8 as well. I don't know about how Nevada's doing. But don't give out Mack County. Mack County, as far as the Big 8, right. Mack County has got a couple good girls that can play down there. They got a good little group down there.
Yeah, Mack County, I think they won the Big 8 West last year. This year the Big 8 is condensed once again. So
right.
It's a round robin, so you're going to get yourself a true Big 8 champion rather than a Big 8 West. Big 8 East, you could say that they had a Big 8 champion because you had the crossover championship game. But I think it's kind of more a true champion this year just because you play everybody rather than kind of a one-off and you could say, well, I had a bad night that night. You have 9 teams, you play 8 games, and at the end of 8 games, somebody is probably going to have a decisive say on who wins that Big 8 championship.
Yeah, I mean, last few years they did the East and the West and all that stuff like that. I wasn't a favor of it. And I understand that the teams want to come together and make one big conference, did the East West, but I don't know. I kind of like it when it's condensed and you got one champion.
This Seneca team, like we said, we were kind of going over a little bit Seneca's schedule here before Christmas. At Neosho here tonight, they go to the Diamond Tournament, the Gem City Classic next week. The week after, they host a couple games against Verona and Southwest Washburn. And then they go to Joplin and Sarcoxy before Christmas. And then after Christmas is the Neosho Holiday Tournament before you begin Big 8 play. So those are, as of now, as far as I can see, you're allowed 3 tournaments during the year. Seneca only going to play in 2 on the girls' side. And they still got a lot of non-conference games to get in. It's amazing. You and I talked a lot preseason about just how long this basketball season seems like it is. Softball, you cram 30 games in about a month and a half.
Right.
Baseball, you cram about 30 games in about 2 months. And then basketball, you're playing 1 or 2 games a week over a 4-month span.
You start at the end of November and you're playing into March sometimes. It's just not only what makes it long, Ben, is you got 3 months going at it, and you've got a month of practice to get there. So it's like 4 months long, and you can play 2 or 3 games a week. So you're gone all the time. I remember when I was coaching, and teaching school, that makes it tough to be gone 3 nights in a week and still, teach. But you do that just week in, week out for about 4 months or about 3 months anyway, playing games. So it is, I don't know. You get tired, trust me.
I get tired because you can have, especially, these past couple years and especially this year, there aren't as many super nights. Seneca, the one that I think of the most is just because I got to go there back-to-back nights. But, you go to Nevada on a Monday night for the girls' game, then you turn around the next night and go back there for a boys' game. So there aren't as many super nights. Mack County, You go to Mack County 2 nights in a row. So, as a broadcaster, you can have up to 4 games a week. We don't really cover the tournament, and that doesn't include the tournaments on the weekend that we don't cover.
Yeah, and there's a few games and a few tournaments we don't cover, and then and then there's games on Saturday and tournaments we don't cover. But what we are here is when they do the what are the dates of the holiday tournament now?
So there are select games of the Neosho Holiday Tournament that we're doing. We're not doing them all. I mean, Seneca, Neosho, boys and girls are in it, so we'll cover all those games. The Webb City girls are in it. We'll cover that, and then the Mack County boys will cover that, and then we have all the championship games we're covering as well. And so
we're not covering like every game like we did the last couple years.
Correct.
Oh, because we would sit in the gym for all day long, didn't we?
We did. Go ahead, take another time out. Come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
We Christians have become soft. We've become absorbed with the world. Until now, it is difficult to tell the difference between the true believer in Christ and a man of the world.
Ouch. Does that hit a little too close to home? Here's Billy Graham on how we can turn that around.
Today, we need desperately to have men and women of courage and discipline. For courage and discipline are contagious. And if the world is to be changed, it must be done not by those who go along with the crowd, but by those like Martin Luther when he cried out, "Here I stand, I can do no other."
That's not an easy thing to do, but with God's help, it is possible. Learn more about developing courage and discipline in your walk with God at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back. Still about 6 minutes to go here until starting lineups are introduced and have a national anthem, and then we'll get the game underway shortly after that as Seneca and Neosho get set for action here this evening. We were talking about the Neosho Holiday Classic, the 26th through the 28th this year, a Thursday through Saturday. Select games will be broadcasting. All our local teams have teams in it, so we'll cover all those games. The Seneca and Neosho boys and girls are both in it, so we'll cover all those games. Then the Mack County boys and the Webb City girls are both in it, so we'll have those games for you as well. And then we'll cover the championship games on a Saturday evening, the 28th, of all three brackets, the black bracket, the gold bracket, and the girls bracket, all three of those games as well. Seneca opens up Big 8 play this year on the 6th of January against Monette. Have a couple different opponents scheduled this year. They go to New Heights in Joplin. They go to Parkview. They host Hollister, go to Exeter. They go to Diamond after being in the Gem City Classic as well. And then they also face Lighthouse Senior High, just one of those smaller schools. So a couple different schools on the docket for the Seneca team this year compared to the last couple of years.
Yeah. Everything changed. Basketball is one of those different sports that you can play. You can play a bunch of different levels of basketball teams, different levels of schools, 6A can play a 2A. I mean, that's just the way it is, kind of like baseball. You just get out there, you could just play, you take your 5 and go on and, learn. That's how they get so many basketball games and softball and baseball games in. Football's a little bit different story.
Yeah, football, I mean, you're only playing once a week too, and as proven this week, you can go across the state because Live for Life is out of St. Louis, and they have to travel to Seneca this coming weekend. Game will be on the radio, KNEO 91.7 FM, with live video for a fee at kneo.org, free audio at kneo.org as well, so that should be a fun one. State semifinals on Saturday with the pregame at 12:15 and kickoff slated for 1 o'clock, and we got a former coach up here that's making fun of us at the moment.
Oh, yeah, he always does. He always tries to. On a headset. You can listen in. Might as well. Let me get a headset for him, Ben, so he can participate and listen in a little bit.
As Seneca and Neosho get set for action here about 3 minutes away from tip-off. Well, I shouldn't even say tip-off. 3 minutes away from getting lineups and anthem introduced here this evening, as former Coach Will King up here talking to Coach Daryl Harbaugh at the moment. The boys basketball team does not open up their season until the Mustang Classic. That's a new tournament that they're playing in this year. That one is going to be December 12th through the 14th down in Mack County. We will not have any coverage of those games just due to the fact that we're covering the girls on Thursday and Friday of that week. So our first Seneca broadcast on the boys side will actually be the 20th here, as the boys will be playing against Neosho. So they will have some games in the docket before that point, but that will be our first time seeing them, and they don't get their schedule started until December 12th. So it should be interesting here as Seneca boys get their season underway in the Mustang Classic, and a new coach for Seneca as well after a couple successful years for Coach Court Hardy. Now Skip Brock mans the realm, and Court did not leave the shelf empty by any stretch of the imagination.
No, there's a lot of talent there in the boys team. Tyrone Harris moving in is going to be an asset. Of course, he's still playing football, and hopefully he's still playing football here for another couple of weeks. But, you know, I mean, this is what I told them before. You know, we'd been in the playoffs before, and the coaches be all like one right next to him. He's like all antsy about it. And I said, hey, as long as they're playing good when it comes down here, you know, to February time, that's what you're wanting to do. And so, you know, they got some good kids coming back, and they got some young good kids coming back. So, no, the well's not just run dry.
Should be fun for them, as like we said, they don't start until December 12th in the Mustang Classic. The first time we'll see them is actually here in Neosho on the 20th, and then we'll have coverage of their games in the Neosho Holiday Classic that next week as well. But when you're playing as long as you are during football season, it's hard to get the basketball season started at a decent time, I guess.
It is. We've got football on our mind, trying to finish up that, and then we get the basketball started. So
I can't remember if they do the anthem before the lineups or if they do the lineups and then the anthem. That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
I think the anthem's coming right here.
Yeah, I think the anthem's getting ready to come. You want to take a break, Ben?
Yeah, we'll take a timeout, come back with the starting lineups after this. Countdown to tip-off sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy.
We Christians ought to be lights in the midst of darkness, and our lives should exemplify peace and joy in the midst of frustration, confusion, and despair.
But that's not always the case, is it? Billy Graham understood why it can be hard for followers of Christ to be different from the world around them.
Every possible pressure is being brought to bear upon the Christians to conform to the standards of the world. The greatest need in America and in the Western world at this hour is not a new organization. It is not more money. It is more revival among God's people. And we're never going to have a revival unless Christians discontinue their conformity to the world.
If you want to be different from the world around you, we have some resources that can help. Stop by our website, findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here tonight brought to you by Prairie Top Chiropractic as the Seneca Lady Indians and Neosho Lady Wildcats get set to do battle. Let's get you the starting lineups for the Seneca Lady Indians. Leading off. I don't know where my mind is right now, but a junior number 0, Olivia Wade, a senior number 13, Daylin Campbell, a senior number 22, Maddie Collinsworth, a senior number 24, Ashton Lannon, and a junior number 44, Olivia Haase. Head coach Drew Schulte, assisted by Evan Hand, Kayla French, and Jose Martinez. Now the starting lineups for the Neosho Lady Wildcats. A sophomore number 3, Journey Burkhart, a junior number 11, Jasmine Washington, a senior number 15, Becklin Garrett, a sophomore number 21, Journey Arnold, and a sophomore number 23, Delilah Stevens. Head coach of the Lady Wildcats is Tyler Cheney. After the JV contest, hopefully the varsity contest is just as good as, we'll say the JV contest hopefully was an appetizer for the main course as you got Thanksgiving on the mind. So,
well, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that, winning in overtime. Getting the first W of the year, even though those JV team, the girls were excited to get a W. They played hard. They played well, made some shots, fought back because Neosho had a 2-point lead there, 30 seconds left, and actually fought back, made some good plays, took the ball to the basket, got the ball to go in, scored. Huge. It's a huge win for their confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. It was even exciting.
Yeah, we're here with this is Coach King here in the back on the Will King is on the mic with us, dude, just visiting here a little bit. His daughter, Jolie's freshman, she played a pivotal role, and I guarantee she'll be out here on varsity too as well. But go ahead, Will. What do you think?
Well, she's still learning. I tell you, it was an exciting game, and even talking to the officials, who I know well out there as well, they said nothing like a JV game to start the year that seemed like a big late game, varsity game atmosphere because it got kind of crazy there.
Well, Seneca and Neosho, we ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump away from one another. We can almost throw a rock at one another.
Yeah.
But, and they all know each other.
As Wade will jump for Seneca and Washington for Neosho. Neosho wins the tip. They're in the home whites going left to right. Seneca, the road reds, going right to left. As Washington, being harassed by Wade, drives in the lane and banks it in. So the first 2 points of the season go to Jasmine Washington of Neosho. Seneca with it with Haase. Haase for the Lady Indians now swinging it. I believe that's Wade. Now down low to Campbell. Campbell got injured towards the tail end of last year, and she was getting better and better as she went along. One of the main post presences for the Seneca team.
Well, one of the main things in tonight's game, Ben, is the height of Neosho. They've got 2 girls that's got good height down inside, and they're going to be tough for Seneca.
As they once again go down to Washington, Wade trying to guard her, and Lannon working against Garrett, and Lannon being her scrappy self, and now Haase working hard, and Seneca trying for a steal, and they do force the jump ball, and the possession arrow will go to Seneca.
Well, that's one thing those 2 girls will scrap. They'll scrap it on. And Ashton has a hard time staying in the game sometimes just because of foul trouble.
As Haase with it for Seneca. Haase can kind of go hot or cold depending on the night. Hopefully she can get hot tonight.
Well,
Landon drives, kicks out to Collinsworth.
That's a nice penetrate pitch.
Collinsworth jumper up and in, and we're tied at 2.
That's one thing Seneca can do against the height is the speed on the outside. Haase's got to understand that when Washington comes out and tries to guard her.
It's Garrett working against Lannon. Now top of the key to Burkhart. Burkhart swings it right wing side to Washington. She drives, gets triple teamed, but it leaves a wide open rebound. Left-handed 3 is no good. And Campbell the rebound for Seneca. Seneca can run potentially as Haase brings it up, loses it, but it's deflected. And now to Lannon. Lannon picks up her dribble, gets it back, drives to the hole, somehow almost banked it in, couldn't bank it. Campbell tried to bank it in among the trees and couldn't, and the rebound goes to Garrett.
It wasn't a bad drive, and it was a good rebound by Dalen Campbell.
That looked like a carry, and it was by Becklin Garrett. Sponsors here this evening: New Mac Electric, British Pharmacy, Prolu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic. Tied at 2, 5:55 to go here. The opening quarter. Haase drives to the lane, gets rejected by Garrett, and it is out of bounds, apparently off of Haase.
Well, that's the one thing I was talking about. Washington tries to pick her up this high up there. Haase's got to realize she just go right around her. She can't stay with Haase up that far away. But Neosho's playing like a 1-3-1.
Seneca triple teams in the post, but it's banked in by Journey Washington.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do about that.
Not much you can do on that one.
It's Haase with it for Seneca, gets it to Lannon, trying to get it down low. Nice post move, but it's blocked as Wade went in, got blocked from behind, and that's where the height and disadvantage for Seneca comes into play. As that was a nice post move by Wade, just got rejected. They drive, and now they kick back out. Does Neosho with Burkhart. Burkhart going to drive. Work it back out to Washington. Down low on the post. Campbell, they're trying to work through double teams. As now driving, kicking in, and pulling up, missing the jumper, and the rebound to Collinsworth. Collinsworth may not score a lot, but Collinsworth does the little things well for this Seneca team.
Yeah, that's pretty heady play there, too. Good control on the rebound and dribbling out of traffic.
As the first foul of the year goes on Neosho.
And like I said, that's what Maddie will give you. Maddie will do the bang work down inside. You know, she's not scared to get down inside and fight for those rebounds.
Stevens picks up the foul, her first, team's first. Once again, there is no more 1-and-1 in high school basketball. 5 team fouls in a quarter, and you're shooting 2 free throws. Collinsworth trying to get it in, able to get it into Wade. Works it around to Haase. Haase back to Lannon. Lannon going to pop a top of the key 3, and that is drilled for Ashton Lannon, and Seneca has their first lead of the year at 5-4. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter.
Pretty good ball movement right there to find the open girl.
Garrett yet to get going here for Neosho. Lannon has the assignment against her, as trying to answer for Neosho with Stevens, and it is no good, and we have a timeout by Seneca. I believe it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take 30 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
And we welcome you back. 4:09 to go here in the first quarter. Seneca 5-4 lead. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. The Seneca ball out of the timeout, as Neosho now coming with some full court pressure. They kind of backed off of it a little bit before, as Haase is able to break through the steal attempt. Kicks it to Lannon. Lannon going to pop another 3. That one no good. And the rebound goes to Garrett. She gets it in the front court. They left all alone.
That can't happen.
Washington, and she's got all 6 for Neosho here in the quarter.
Yeah, they got to realize that. You can't get with.
Try and go down low to Campbell. Fumbled around. She gets it back and somehow gets it up and in. I don't know how she got that shot off, but she did.
Well, she's got the size to bang down inside, and she's got a good left hand, Dalen Campbell does.
Seneca trying to trap in front of the timeline. It's poked away by Haase. Lannon with it. Lannon working with Hazy and a
Good left
foul
drive.
on Neosho. Second team foul. Foul on Burkhart, her first, team second.
Good left hand all the way down there. I mean, that's what you got to have, the girls that can handle the basketball.
That's Collinsworth to trigger it in left baseline. Got to get it in. Almost too hard, and it was too hard for Wade. 3:15 and counting here in the first quarter, and the pass too tall for one of the taller players on Neosho and Jasmine Washington, as Seneca going to send in Marilyn Gill. She's only a freshman, but obviously Coach Schulte sees something in her if she's going to be playing varsity minutes as a freshman.
Well, she's tall and lanky, and she can handle the basketball.
Yeah,
maybe she'd shoot a little bit. Will knows her more than we do.
Well, she definitely can do a little bit of everything, so she's not just a tall girl that they've just stuck underneath the basket forever. She's done a lot of different things.
The ball knocked out of bounds off of Neosho. The student section kind of in the way, so you can't see it, but it's Collinsworth to trigger it in. Gets it into Hazy near the timeline. Hazy drives, kicks out to Lannon. Lannon fakes a three, drives, trying to kick it to Gill, and a turnover. As Garrett with it for Neosho, she's going to drive. Nobody stops her. Stops free throw line. Seneca able to work it around and get back. Down low, banging in the post, no good. Gill able to tip it around, but it goes to a Neosho player. That shot no good. And Collinsworth able to save the rebound for Seneca and get it to Lannon with 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Opportunity went missing for Neosho. They had three different opportunities at the bucket. Collinsworth picks up her dribble. Now to Gill. Gill fakes a three. It's tipped by Washington. And Washington going to go up for the floater, and it misses.
As a gift.
I was just going to say, why don't you just go for the layup there? She kind of went for the floater instead of going up when you got nobody behind you. Down low, is that Hazy? That's Lannon. Campbell free throw line jumper, and that's banked in for Dalen Campbell. 9-6 Seneca. 1:45 to go here in the first quarter.
I was kind of wondering why they had Ashton Lannon trying to post up down inside. Bless her heart. She's only 5'0".
Yeah.
But made a good kick out.
Garrett drives, can't hit the floater, tipped around. Washington with it, and she gets the shot to go. She's got all 8 for Neosho. 1:30 and counting here in the first quarter.
And there's some shots like that you just can't do anything about.
She's made 2 like that, I feel like.
Gill with it for Seneca. And I hope I'm saying her last name right.
Yes, you are.
Hazy goes to the free throw line. Third foul on Neosho in the quarter, but Hazy was in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line for 2.
I know you've had this Coach King here. I know you've had freshmen come up. I've had freshmen come up. And it's always they have to be able to adjust to the speed of the game. The speed of the game is totally different here in the high school level than the junior high level.
I agree. I think every level you go to, that's the biggest difference is just the speed of the game.
Yeah.
You might see a kid, even at the JV level, that looks pretty good, and then you throw them in varsity, and they'll struggle some. Yeah.
Yep.
Callie Rhodes sees her first action of the year for Seneca. Comes in for Dalen Campbell. She'll spell her. As Hazy goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Usually a good free throw shooter, Hazy is.
So a 3-point lead for Seneca, 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. Now a different matchup for Garrett as Gill going to work against her. As the three is no good and an offensive rebound, but a foul on Arnell. She just shoved the Seneca player. I don't know which one got shoved. It may have been Gill that got shoved.
Callie Rhodes.
Yeah, I think it's Callie Rhodes.
I knew one of them got shoved
she
to the ground.
went to the ground, whether it was good acting or really got shoved.
Well, I don't know, but I tell you what, it's kind of hard to shove her to the ground. Callie's, she's got a low center of gravity.
So a minute to go here in the first half. Seneca up 11-8. Ball tipped. Gill able to get it now to Rhodes. Rhodes is fouled, and that's the 5th team foul. So you will be shooting 2 free throws for the final minute of the quarter. 5 fouls on Neosho, none on Seneca.
That's where Coach Cheney starts telling her, the crowd starts telling the officials it's 5-0.
Oh, yeah. We've heard that. You've heard that for a long time.
Which I think is not necessarily the case ever, but that's what people chant.
Mm-hmm.
The first free throw for Rhodes is no good. One more coming.
Rhodes, one of the best softball players around.
She had a great year. She
did
really well.
And playing a position she doesn't normally play either.
That's right. That's right. She did a good job on the mound pitching.
As she misses the second one short, rebound goes to Stevens. It's been the same starting 5 for Neosho the entire first quarter. Seneca has had a couple of subs. Washington drives, can't get it. She's tall, but a good job there ripping it around. Gill gonna drive, passes to Hazy. Hazy lost it, got it back, and then Garrett fouled her.
No,
Hazy fouled Garrett.
Yeah.
It's even right there, Marilyn Gill. Again, to talk about the different levels, I think in the JV game, she gets all the way to the rim right there. She doesn't in the varsity game. And I think she will, but just getting that confidence. And
yes, getting the confidence to go.
As Neosho has it in the front court with Washington. She's got all the points. Nice tip there by Wade, who knocks it out of bounds. Seneca has played 7 so far here in the quarter. Neosho has only played their 5. Garrett to trigger it in for Neosho. They're double teaming the post down low in Arnold. Work it around to Garrett. Her jumper is good. Her first points of the night make it 11-10 Seneca with 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Wade trying to kick it to Rhodes. Rhodes pops a 3. It's blocked. Then it's tipped out of bounds, and it's off of Seneca. Good first quarter here for the Lady Indians. You got 11 points. See if you can have a lead going to the second quarter. As they're going to put up a long 3. It would count if it went, and it is short. To end the first quarter of play, at the end of 1, it is Seneca 11, Neosho 10.
It's a win.
60-second break here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
And we welcome you back as we get set for the second quarter here. Seneca up 11-10. Sponsors Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, and Seneca School District. And guys, said that was a win for Seneca, winning the first quarter 11-10.
I'm going to take off, guys. I'm going to have to go watch a little closer.
Yeah. Coach King's daughter just checked in, so he does not want to be on the air and have to listen to this. So good to see Coach King back. Hope he just comes by and visits more often this year.
But Darryl always said it was a win. I mean, Coach King said that, and you agreed.
Yeah.
It was a win for Seneca to win that first quarter.
Okay, they're playing hard. They're playing tough. They just messed up there.
And somehow got away with it, and King forces the turnover. She may have just picked up the foul.
Oh, yeah. I thought she was going to come out with that.
I did too. And it is King. Picks up her first. Team's first here in the quarter. As they get it in, Seneca an 11-10 lead here as we begin second quarter action. Garrett going to pop a 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound. And they were trying to pass it. I'm not sure who she was passing it to, but it was a Seneca player instead. And then King bobbles it. Luckily, a Seneca player able to corral the rebound. Gill picks up, or makes Garrett pick up the foul. Garrett picks up her second. Team's first here in the second quarter.
Well, that's here you got Gills out there. You got Kings out there. You got 2 freshmen out there, and they're trying to get to the speed of the game back, and they're just kind of fumbling around a little bit, not getting some good shots. Halsey with a good pass inside, but
how do you call that a jump ball when she's got her arm?
Yeah, I don't know.
Seneca stays with the possession though.
But I mean, they'll get better shots and better ball movement and ball control just by having them out there.
Collinsworth and Haase are the two that have not stepped out yet. A long two for Gill, no good. Offensive rebound to Collinsworth. Haase with it in the corner. Oh, somehow worked it to King. Back to Gill. She pops a three and it banks in. Marilyn Gill gets her first points on the varsity level, and Seneca a 14-11 lead as she comes away with the steal. Haase going to drive. Floater is blocked. Gets it back to Collinsworth. Collinsworth's jumper no good. And the rebound goes to Arnold.
You noticed how Haase took the ball down the lane, and
Gill poked it away, almost got it back. Go ahead with
a little bit more under control.
As picking up the foul there is Wade, her first, team second. Garrett to the line for two.
And that's what King and Gill will learn, how to take the ball, calm down, take the ball, kick it out, make some open shots.
Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast as Garrett's first free throw. Rims around and in, and that's what I don't think you mentioned it you may have mentioned it during the JV game, but that's what you're talking about, aiming the front of the rim and the soft touch.
Front of the rim, you bet. That's what you aim for.
As she hits them both, does Garrett. She's got 4 on the night now, and it's 14-12. Seneca as a turnover. Washington's jumper is no good.
Calm down with it. Calm down.
And Gill is going to bring it up herself.
Just calm down. Learn how to calm down in the open floor. There you go.
As Ashton Lannon checked in for Seneca and turns it over and just picked up the foul. Lannon picks up her first, team's third. After it was 5-1 in the first, it's 3-1 here quickly in the second. Actually, they call that foul on Collinsworth and not Lannon.
Surprising.
That's what I was thinking. As ball tipped out of bounds?
Yeah, kind of tipped out of bounds by Wade. They tried to get it to Backlund down in the corner, and Wade tipped it out. But I don't know. I kind of like the triangle in two
as
they ran earlier.
Swing it cross court does Neosho, trying to get it back to Garrett, and it's too tall, and it's Seneca basketball.
I'd always see one of those passes, and I said, I sure wish I had a player that could catch that.
14-12 Seneca, 6:15 to go until halftime. As Seneca working through some pressure, got to get it in the front court.
Got to handle it.
Trying to get it to Gill, who tipped it to herself. And then
there she go. Come on.
You have Collinsworth all alone. Can't quite get it to her now. Lannon going to drive. Her floater is too hard. Lannon fights for the rebound, but it goes to Stevens. I don't believe Neosho has had a sub, as Gill has done a good job of getting in some passing lanes here in the early going.
Well, as I say, she's long and lanky. She knows how to play the game. She's got a good understanding of the game. She just got to get to the senior level.
So they work it to Washington. Washington banging hard down low, gets the bucket to fall through the contact, and we're tied at 14 with 5:40 to go here in the first half. Lannon's can't grab the pass. It was just too hot from Haase, as Dalen Campbell will check in for Seneca, in for Wade. So you see some of that size coming back into play for Seneca. Nothing against Wade.
Oh, no.
The jumper for Garrett's too tall, and then over the back call. Are they going to call Lannon underneath? I think they're calling Lannon underneath. How, I don't know. It is on Lannon, her first, and the fourth team foul, as Aspen Drake checks in for Neosho.
Well, Seneca's getting, last few minutes has just been out of control. We haven't had a good shot, had the ball movement. Neosho's up their pressure a little bit. Girls got to be able to handle it on the outside.
It's only the fourth team foul. It's not the fifth. I guarantee that. They have it at 3. They have not gotten to 5 yet. I know that much. I knew it wasn't 5, but I thought it was number 4.
And here we go. We're still in the inbounds play, 2-3 zone. You kind of leave yourself open for.
So they get it down low, and getting bumped on the play was Burkhart. That's the 5th team foul, so she'll go to the line for 2 as Haase just picked up her second. It was 5-1 the first quarter. It's now 5-1 the other way here in the second quarter.
Yeah, being out of position. That's what got them there, just being out of position.
So here comes the first free throw from Burkhart, and that one's no good. Fourth State Sports Report, Neosho, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast. One more coming for Burkhart. This to give the lead back to Neosho. As here comes the second one, and she misses that one, and a good rebound by Gill.
Good block out.
Gill.
There you go.
Loses it and double dribbles. Just got herself moving the motor a little bit too fast. As Rhodes will check back in, and she may be checking in for Gill.
No,
in for Haase.
out, so Haase didn't
pick up a cheap third.
Yeah.
Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter, X at KNEO917 Sports. As she can't get the free throw, Lannon can't get the little floater to go off the steal either. And a travel on the play by Burkhart. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Collinsworth to trigger it in for Seneca.
Yeah, I got a fast break, Ben. We got to be able to control those and make those.
Got to get it into somebody, into Lannon. Lannon drives, and a blocking foul on Burkhart, who picks up her second, team second.
Well, she's learned to pump fake a little bit. Well, she pump fake there and kind of got the defense in wrong position.
It's only the team's second here on Neosho.
Let's see if she can't learn to penetrate and pitch this year.
As Lannon with it for Seneca, trying to get it to Collinsworth. Collinsworth picks up her dribble, back to Lannon. Lannon drives in among the trees, can't get the shot, but she's fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line for two.
Well, she's not scared to go in the land of the Giants. I know that.
As that's the first personal on Aspen Drake.
Like I said, let's hope this year that she's learned to penetrate and pitch a little bit. Draw the defense, kick it out.
So here comes the first free throw. No good. One more coming. 5 minutes to go here in the half, and been a low-scoring first 3 minutes. It's Lannon's second one. She banks in. Wasn't pretty, but it went in, and that's all that matters.
Finds the bottom of the net.
15-14, and now Seneca coming with some pressure. They got to get it across the timeline. It's going to be close to 10 seconds, and they throw it away. And Daryl, I know it's early, but you can already see a difference between last year and this year.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're a year older. They were young last year. They're a year older. They're handling the ball a little bit better. They're making passes. They're getting better shots.
Lannon drives again, misses it, but she forces a jump ball. She took it away, but it's a jump ball, and it will stay with Neosho, but the possession arrow next time will go back to Seneca.
Well, how many times last year did I tell you if the ball's loose in the middle of the paint, she's coming out with it. Don't ask me how either.
Gill working defensively against Garrett. Garrett got to get it across the timeline, able to get it to Burkhart. Burkhart puts up the jumper, no good, and Collinsworth out-rebounds her. Gill with it. Gill back out to Lannon. Nice job there by Gill to take the ball out. Picks up her dribble, puts up the three, no good.
Off the front of the rim.
Fight for the rebound goes to Drake of Neosho. Garrett with it, working against Gill, and Gill just picked up her first. So Garrett to the line for two, where she's 2 for 2 so far here today. Seneca working hard on the defensive side, just not being able to get rewarded all the time on the offensive side.
Well, Gill will learn in time, but this is ball pressure is not slapping at it. Ball pressure, stay with her, stay with her, stay with. That bothers him more than anything is if you're right there the whole time. Just move with her, move with her.
We have a timeout by Seneca. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with you. Back in 60 seconds here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sport Network. 4:07 to go till halftime.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians!
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
And we welcome you back. We're tied at 15, 4:07 to go here in the first half. Beckland Garrett still one more free throw to come. Sponsors here this evening: Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Perlu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Campbell Biddicombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic. There might be a somewhat important football game on Saturday, Daryl.
I mean, that place is going to be packed and it'll be rocking, won't it?
As Garrett's second free throw is nothing but net, so Neosho takes the lead back. It's 16-15 with 4 minutes to go until halftime. Rhodes has it in the front court for Seneca, gets it to Collinsworth. Collinsworth to Campbell, Campbell to Lannon. Lannon trying to get it back to Campbell, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Seneca. Dangerous pass there as Haley Smith checks in for the Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, she kind of threw it on the wrong side of her.
A good job there by Campbell to be able to keep the jump ball. Hazy probably sitting the rest of the half trying to keep her with those two fouls as Rhodes' jumper is no good. She did a smart thing by, driving in a little bit. Unfortunately, didn't get the bucket to fall as the bank shot no good. A rebound to Lannon as Washington only one bucket here in the second quarter after scoring 8 in the first. Rhodes trying to kick it to Collinsworth. Back to Rhodes. Rhodes triple teamed, tipped around. Lannon, a bowling ball in there, and she is hurt. I'm not sure if it's leg on leg, but that is not fun. Whatever happened to her. You could tell she felt that one early. So she will have to check out. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast. Also want to thank People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, and the Seneca School District. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. Come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians.
Olivia Wade and Olivia Hazy both check in for Seneca. Is Lannon at the end of the bench there. She was able to walk gingerly back to the bench, which is a good sign, but wait and see if she's able to come back into the game. Lannon has had a pretty good impact, not scoring-wise, but had a pretty big impact there in the first half. 16-15 Neosho, 3 minutes to go until halftime. As they get it down low, bobbled, now kick it back out to Washington. Jumper in the lane is no good. And somehow, Maddie Collinsworth comes away with it.
Sometimes you don't know how she comes away with stuff.
Haase drives to the lane, and it's blocked. And now somebody got hit in the eye. Steal by Campbell, and the bucket up and in. That's just a mess.
Callie Rhodes kept that alive down inside. Then Dalen Campbell come up with it.
So Seneca gets the lead back with 2:25 to go until halftime. They have done a good job of frustrating Beckland Garrett so far today, as they call a timeout, does Neosho, before the out-of-bounds call. 30-second timeout. Seneca up 17-16, 2:20 until halftime here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
And we welcome you back. Seneca up 17-16, 2:20 to go till halftime, and we'll just leave what's happening between the two of us as we're laughing.
We're getting into basketball mode.
Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust. Four State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast as Neosho travels with the basketball. So Seneca the ball back, up 17-16, 2:15 to go until halftime. Haase needs to do a good job of staying out of foul trouble. Campbell working against a double team, loses it, gets it back, loses it again, and up and in for Cordy Hancock.
Cordy came in for Rhodes there at the timeout.
If you're Seneca, Haase can't pick up a third as Haase working, gets it to back to Haase too hard, out of bounds. Well, Wade heard what you said, but maybe a second too late.
Here I am coaching him in the ear set, Ben. Yeah, but, they've got to get there. They've got to get there several times to get that down and understand what needs to be done.
Seneca almost coming with the trap as...
There's Haase's third.
No, I think it's on Wade. I think it was Wade or Hancock. I don't think it was on Haase. And now Garrett on the ground. It is on Wade. Wade picks up her second.
Okay.
So if
turn the camera off so we don't need to.
If Garrett can't go, Seneca would be able to pick who they shoot the free throw with. I'll go ahead and take another quick timeout. Back with more after. Oh, she's up. So we'll see if she's able to shoot her free throws. And Daryl, we were talking, there's a kind of important football game on Saturday afternoon between Seneca and Lift for Life out of St. Louis. 1 o'clock.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kickoff.
Semifinal game, winner goes to the state championship.
And we have a full timeout by Neosho back in 60 seconds, and we'll talk more about that after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
And we welcome you back as Beckland Garrett will shoot the 2 free throws here to try and give the lead. Well, I shouldn't say give the lead back to Neosho to get her back within 1. As Seneca 19-16 lead, 1:44 to go until halftime, and Seneca has done a good job frustrating Beckland offensively. She's only got 1 field goal on the night. She has 4 free throws, 6 points total, but only 1 made field goal.
Yeah, Washington's been doing the damage down inside.
She misses the first one, and Washington only has 1 field goal here in the second quarter. So Seneca, a much better job here in the second quarter. Washington actually has the only field goal made by Neosho here in the quarter. See if Seneca can box out here. So the second free throw by Garrett is good. So it's 19-17 Seneca with 1:43 to go until halftime. As now Neosho coming with some pressure. Collinsworth to trigger it in. She cannot move. Gets it into Hancock. Hancock working against Garrett. Hancock across the timeline, picks up her dribble to Campbell. Campbell drives, left-handed layup is no good, and the rebound goes to Arnold. I think Arnold kind of forced her hand there. The pass too tall for Washington, and it's not tipped back to Seneca.
Well, I mean, she had Washington wide open, and that's what Seneca's going to have to do. The girls have to get back to get her. Washington can run the floor. That's the reason she's top of the 1-3-1.
It's Hancock with it. Free throw line. Collinsworth down low to Campbell, and it's up and in. Campbell is having herself quite the first half.
Good ball movement that time.
She's got 8 with 1:05 to go until halftime. And Hawsey, don't want to jinx her, but she's done an excellent job so far not picking up a cheap third foul. As the jumper is no good for Washington. Tipped around, and Hancock comes away with it. Hawsey working 1-on-3. Right-handed layup up and in for Olivia Hawsey. Her first field goal of the night. And the lead goes up to 6 with a free throw coming. It's the 4th team foul on Neosho. And the first on Haley Smith, as Marilyn Gill will check back in for Seneca. As Hawsey trying to complete the 3-point play. She cannot. Tipped around. And it's still loose. Gill with it for Seneca. Picks up her dribble to Hawsey. Left wing 3, no good.
Well, that would have been huge.
A rebound tipped out of bounds by Collinsworth. It'll stay with Neosho, but Garrett did not know Collinsworth was there. Gill, some patented pressure here for Seneca, and it doesn't matter if it's Gill
just move with
or
it.
Wade or Hawsey. Seneca doing a good job of frustrating Neosho here in the first half. As the shot no good for Garrett, rebound to Hawsey with 20 seconds to go in the half. Hawsey drives, trying to get it to Gill, and it's tipped out of bounds. They're saying it's off of Neosho. I think Seneca caught a break there because I thought that was off of Seneca.
Yeah, I think the Neosho girl just tipped it, but Hawsey, she'd love to have that pass back, that's for sure.
Collinsworth to trigger it in. Got to read it into the corner to Hawsey.
Back out. Good.
Back to Campbell. Campbell in the post.
There's that left hand again.
And Campbell has had herself a half. She's got 10 first half points. Neosho needs to hurry. Garrett going to put up a half-court heave. It'll count if it goes, and it does not to end the first half. The flurry to end the first half for Seneca. Seneca an 8-point advantage as we're at the half. 25-17 your halftime score. Seneca up. The halftime show is sponsored by Langford Insurance. After this break, we'll take a timeout, come back, give you some stats here on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
You know what fear feels like. Maybe waiting on a medical test, wondering how you're going to make ends meet, or worrying about someone you love. What if those fears could be silenced by 2 little words? Fear not. When you trust your life and everything in it to Jesus Christ, those 2 words, fear not, can give you peace over anxiety.
In the midst of our world filled with its dangers, hate, and war, the words of our Lord Jesus Christ are more relevant today than they were then. Once more he comes to those who loved him and says, fear not.
Billy Graham.
He comes to you in the hospital room. He comes to you in the midst of a family tragedy. He comes to you in the midst of a business or a physical tragedy. And he says, fear not, I'm with you. I'm there to help you.
You can turn your fears over to God when you start a personal relationship with His Son, Jesus Christ. Find out more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
And we welcome you back to the halftime show here this evening, brought to you by Langford Insurance as Seneca. An 8-point lead at the half, 25-17, your halftime score. Seneca outscores Neosho there in the second quarter by a 14-7 margin. I don't have the exact run, but that was at least a 6, if not 8-0 spurt to end the first half for the Lady Indians. Dalen Campbell leading the way here for Seneca. She's got 10 points on the night. And then you got Balance scoring the rest of the way. Ashton Lana with 4. We're hoping she's okay. Olivia Haase with 4. Marilyn Gill with 3. And Maddie Collinsworth and Cordy Hancock with 2 apiece for the Lady Indians. On the flip side for Neosho, Jasmine Washington with 10, but she only had 2 points there in the second quarter, and Becklin Garrett has the other 7 for the Neosho Lady Wildcats. So Neosho only has gone 7 deep. The starting 5 started the entire first quarter, and then a couple subs, and Aspen Drake and Haley Smith came in the second quarter, but only 2 players have scored for Neosho. Seneca, a lot more balanced scoring for the Lady Indians, as 6 different players have scored for them compared to the 2 for the Lady Wildcats. Foul trouble for both teams. Olivia Wade with 2 for Seneca. Haase with 2. Haase played the last 5 minutes of that second quarter with 2 personals and was able to keep away from picking up a cheap third foul. On the flip side for Neosho, Journey Burkhart with 2 and Becklin Garrett with 2. Take another timeout, come back with more of the half. After this, you're watching Seneca Indian basketball here on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us, it's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have pre-arranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And we welcome you back. The halftime score, Seneca up 25-17. And Daryl, I went over some of the statistics here, but Seneca, 6 different players have scored and 10 for Dalen Campbell. And it's just amazing. You know, the end of last year, she was hurt a little bit, so maybe, I don't want to say it stunted her growth a little bit, but, you know, I mean, because she didn't grow, at least height-wise, but you know, it just seems like she's been building more and more confidence, and she's had some excellent moves so far here tonight.
She's a right-handed girl. She's got excellent footwork down inside for a big girl, and she's got a nice left hand. You see her shoot that left hand more and more, and she likes it, and she's getting good at it. And she'll be able to use once she figures out how to use her size and how to use her footwork down inside. I'd be going with her all the time. I'd be trying to get it to her a lot of times. But here's what you got to understand is you've got to pound the ball down inside to her. The reason, not that she can shoot it every time, it's that she learns how to kick the ball out to the open girl because they'll collapse on her. And once she gets the ball down inside, she learns to kick it out to the girl that's open. That's a whole nother deal. The first thing is, hey, set up, how to get open, how to post up, how to get open, and how to feed the ball to her. Then the second stage is, that's not for you to shoot every time. That's to get the defense to move and kick it out to an open girl.
On the Neosho side, only 2 players have scored. Jasmine Washington had 10, but only 1 field goal there in the second quarter, so Seneca did a much better job on her. Becklin Garrett, the other 7, only 1 field goal in the first quarter and 5 free throws. So Seneca doing a pretty good job of frustrating this Neosho Wildcat team.
Well, and Washington's a good player and got a good touch on the inside. Long, lanky, tall, lanky girl.
So they try and go down low, and Campbell with the steal to start.
Like I said, she's got good footwork.
There's a different player that's Landon is out there to start the second half. Nice pass.
Pass by Wade.
Gets it to Campbell. Campbell with 12 and the lead 10 for Seneca. A turnover and a bucket for the Lady Indians, and they got a double-digit lead. Landon out there to start the second half, and a blocking foul, and it may be on Ashton.
No, it's on. They called it on Wade.
That's Wade's third. It's the same starting five for Seneca of Wade, Campbell, Collinsworth, Lannon, and Hawsey. And Gill will check in quickly as soon as I say that.
yeah, get it at the.
And now for Neosho, it's their five as well, starting five of Burkhart, Washington, Garrett, Arnold, and Stevens as the jumper's no good, and a nice box out by Maddie Collinsworth. That's a carry.
Gosh, Ashton.
The pressure from Washington bothered her. To keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule, sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter, X, KNEO917 Sports. Garrett trying to get it in, and it's tipped away by Hawsey. They were trying to get it into Washington, and it was too tall. Campbell doing a good job defensively. Gill, her jumper no good. Fight for the rebound goes to Arnold. But you notice how many hands were in there for Seneca.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Journey's a tall girl.
It's Washington working against Collinsworth. Now down low to Arnold. Arnold hasn't scored, and a nice job defensively by Dalen Campbell again. Collinsworth picks up her dribble. Back to Hawsey. Hawsey back to Collinsworth. Seneca has 6 different players that have scored. Campbell with the main 10 as Hawsey loses it, but Collinsworth trying to tip it, and now a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Seneca. Seneca football at home on Saturday afternoon against Lift for Life in the state semifinals.
And a big one.
Game will be on the radio, KNEO 91.7 FM. Also live video and audio at kneo.org. Video for a fee, and that's a timeout by Seneca, 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The staff at Mid-America Specialty Markets, along with Jamie and Terry Langford, are proud to serve our community and support the local high school students in their extracurricular activities this school year. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office at 908 Washington Avenue, or call us at 417-776-LIFE, or visit us at midaminsurance.com.
And we welcome you back. It's Seneca ball out of the timeout. They had got the possession off the jump ball. Collinsworth to trigger it in front of the Seneca bench. Into Hawsey, being guarded by Garrett. Hawsey swings it to Lannon. Lannon back in. And Daryl, you talked at the break. You thought she just rolled her ankle, and that's a travel on Olivia Hawsey.
Yeah, Ashton rolled her ankle in at the second quarter there, and I think she stepped on the foot. I'd have to look at the tape to see, but you turn an ankle and go down, it's tough. She's got it taped now. She's gutting it out.
As Hawsey trying to pick up a steal, and that's a cheap third foul on her.
Yeah.
Second team foul, so now she's going to have to be careful.
That's one of the things. If you don't make it there, you got to let it go.
As Garrett in the front court faking the three, now driving, kicking it back to Garrett. Nobody stops. Becklin can't get the bucket to fall.
Good D by Dalen Campbell that time.
To Collinsworth. Gail calling for it down low, can't get it. Hawsey pops a three, no good. Landon fights for the rebound, but can't grab it. Burkhart gets the rebound now in the front court to Washington. Washington drives, floater in the lane is short, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Washington. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Proud sponsor, the Seneca Indians. That's a dangerous place to inbounds.
Get it back out.
Lannon gets it in the front court to Gill. Gill down low to Campbell. Campbell working against Arnold. She pump faked, missed it. Rebound for, I think that was Collinsworth, and Collinsworth will go to the free throw line for two. First team foul on Neosho. And the second foul on Stevens.
I thought Daylin got Arnold off the floor and going to get an and one.
That's what I thought too. We were both wrong. As the first one short, as Olivia Wade check in for Seneca and Jolis Bond in for Neosho.
Now, they got to learn to play smart. Wade's got to play smart, so is Hazy.
Collinsworth nails the second free throw, so it's an 11-point Seneca lead, 28-17, 5:30 to go here, the third quarter, and Seneca defense is still frustrating Neosho as Garrett saves it off of Landon, but no points here in the third quarter. We're almost 3 minutes in for Neosho.
Well, they just switched defense to play, they went back to, I think, a triangle and two.
So get it into Washington, being guarded by Wade.
Now back to 2-3 now, inbounds play.
Garrett,
leave her open.
An open three, only her second field goal of the night, and it's 28-20 Seneca. Hazy gonna drive. Right-handed layup, spins out. That was a good take by Hazy. She did everything but have it go in. Washington pops a three, no good. And the rebound goes to Wade, and somehow they don't call a foul, and the bucket is up and in. And I think Journey Arnold gets the bucket, as it's 28-22. Hazy drives, no good on the shot, and Seneca just rushing things right now.
A little frustrated.
Garrett drives, and they call an offensive foul on Maddie Collinsworth.
Well, not offense.
Well, yeah.
But I thought it was offense. She lowered her shoulder.
Her second and the team's third. And we'll take a timeout back after this. Seneca up 28-22, 4:34 to go here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
I've seen First Community Bank all over, but then to take my stuff to some people that didn't really know me and took a chance, that spoke volume.
I'll always be grateful to First Community and that whole team over at Harrison that helped get me started.
Anytime I need anything, just a phone call away. We're really proud to be with First Community Bank.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
And we welcome you back, as they're actually saying that wasn't in the act of shooting. So Neosho will trigger it in. As right corner three is good for Bond. All of a sudden it's a 3-point game, 28-25. 4:20 to go to the third quarter. Nice move there.
Pass by Wade again.
And Daylin with the bucket. Back to a 5-point game, and I think they call it on Collinsworth again. Fourth team foul here in the quarter. That is her second. Team's fourth, as Gill will check in for Wade. I think Seneca has kind of gone to a zone, and they've left some players open.
Yeah, that last inbounds play was not good.
It's Bond to inbound. Gets it into Washington. Washington drives.
That's a walk.
Floater is no good. Gets her own rebound in among the trees. No good. Another rebound for Washington. She backs things out. Trying to swing it cross court. Work it back out to Bond. Top of the key to Washington. Left wing to Burkhart. She drives. And a foul on Collinsworth. Her third, team's fifth. So Burkhart will go to the line for two, where she's 0 for 2 today.
It's her fourth.
Oh.
That last one was her
So
third. They called, yeah.
They said second. That's what I thought it was her fourth too, but they didn't update it correctly. 2 free throws here for Burkhart. Try and cut the lead to 3 with a couple made free throws. The first free throw is up and it's short. And so Collinsworth checks out. Rhodes checks in. Everett at the Neosho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Burkhart trying to hit the back half of the not 1-and-1. There are no more 1-and-1s.
I wish they were.
Back half as the second one is good. So it's a 30-26 Seneca lead. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Haase gets it in the front court to Lannon. Lannon to Campbell. Campbell double teamed and is fouled. Only the second team foul on Neosho, and Campbell caught a break there because she went up without any idea of what she was going to do as Burkhart picks up her third. So Rhodes to inbound. Then to Gill. Gill forces it up and the rebound to Arnold. And that's one of those being a freshman, Daryl.
Yeah, exactly.
So on the other end with it is Stevens. And a steal by Haase. You have a 2-on-1 if you hurry. To Gill. Gill in the lane, can't get it to fall, but she does the smart thing and taps it back out. Jumper by Haase, around no good. Washington comes away with it for Neosho. It's a 1-on-2.
That's a walk, oh my gosh.
Gets her own rebound, back up and in. And that's her first points here of the second half, and it's a 2-point game. Haase with it for Seneca. It's a spurt here for Neosho. Rhodes with it to Haase. Left her alone, up and in as she gets by Washington. And the lead's back up to 4 with 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. So they're trying to get it to Washington. Rhodes poked it away. Lannon pokes it away. And now a foul on Daylin Campbell. That's her first. And so 2 free throws are coming for Journey Arnold. I guess if there's a person to pick up a foul, she's probably a good one because that's her first. So here comes the first free throw for Arnold. And it's good. Neosho has gotten back into this game at the free throw line. Couple made buckets as well. As here comes the second free throw. And she misses it. Good box out by Gill. 32-29 Seneca, 2:25 to go here in the third quarter. Anytime Neosho has gotten close, that's a double dribble by Rhodes. Campbell was calling for it, and she was open. She had her posted up. And Daryl's got his head on his hips. Head on his hips, hands on his hips.
Into coach mode, I'm telling you.
And a foul on Callie Rhodes, who shoves Washington in the back. Seneca playing some undisciplined basketball right now. Washington to the line for 2 to try and cut this to 1 with a couple makes. So here comes the first free throw, and it rims in. As back in for Neosho is Becklin Garrett. As here comes the second free throw. That one rims out, rebound to Gill. Second straight time she's had a good box out. Seneca up 32-30, 2:10 to go until the third quarter is over. As Washington working 1-on-3, pulls up for 3, no good. And the rebound to Gill and a foul on Jasmine Washington on the rebound. Her first, team's third. As Olivia Wade will check in for Seneca and for Callie Rhodes. Seneca going a little bit smaller here. As Gill to trigger it in into Haase. Haase in the front court. Picks up her dribble to Gill. Free throw line down low to Campbell. And Campbell probably indecision on if she should bank it in or just try and float it in, as Neosho can tie or take the lead for the first time since the first quarter with the bucket. Left-handed layup, no good for Washington, and Campbell able to box her out.
Good by Daylin.
Hazy in the front court, being guarded by Washington. Wild shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, and she is fouled. So Hazy will go to the line for two. We'll see who the foul is on. It's on Arnold, her second, team's fourth. Actually, they say that's her third. Hazy to the line for two. Try and get this back up to a 4-point Seneca lead. With a couple made free throws. Hazy 2 for 3 from the line today. It's the first free throw's nothing but net. One more coming. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast. Hazy perfect 2 for 2 that trip, and the lead's up to 4. 1:26 to go here in the third quarter. It's a zone for Seneca, but I'm not sure what kind of zone it is.
It's a 1-3-1.
As Garrett to Washington. Washington drives. I think Campbell affected the shot. It stays in bounds. Arnold able to grab it. Back to Washington. Washington drives. Jumper no good. Campbell affected that one. Hazy in the front court for Seneca. Getting it to Lannon before it goes out of bounds. Got too many bodies in one place. Gill wings it to Hazy. Hazy top of the key. Gets a screen set. Back out to Wade. Free throw line to Lannon, who lost it on the way up. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Garrett gonna drive. Spin move. Floater no good. Washington takes it from Hazy, and it's no good. I think Hazy just picked up her fourth. She did.
Can't.
Washington will go to the line for two, where she was 1 for 2 her last trip. Hazy will check out for the final 24 seconds to the first free throw, as Rhodes checks in for Hazy. For Seneca, you got to take care of the ball here. Final 24 seconds. You should have a lead at the end of 3. Second one by Washington's nothing but net. 34-32 Seneca. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lannon with it in the front court, as poking at it is Bond. Back to Rhodes. Free throw line to Campbell. Campbell drives, and Campbell is fouled by Arnold, who picks up her fourth and the team's fifth. Campbell has had herself quite the evening. She has 14.
Maybe she'll have a good game. Maybe it'll give her some confidence for the rest of the year that she understands that she can play.
2 free throws here for Campbell. First one is good. One more here for Daylin. This to make it a 4-point lead. For Seneca, you can't pick up a cheap foul here, as she hits them both. 36-32 Seneca, under 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Washington picks up her dribble to Arnold. Back out to Bond. A 3 is no good, and Rhodes grabs the rebound. And Seneca has a lead as we hit to the final quarter of play. 36-32 Lady Indians here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
It was a 9-alarm fire. Now, lives were saved, but 2 of Boston's best firefighters were lost that night. Later, their chief explained why men like this do what they do. It's our calling. Being a firefighter is the willingness to sacrifice yourself. Look, there's no rescue without someone risking it all, or if you're Jesus, giving it all. Because Good Friday was the ultimate rescue mission. to rescue you and me from the awful death penalty for hijacking our life from our Creator. As the Bible says, he gave himself for our sins to rescue us. On that cross, the Holy Son of God was absorbing all the punishment of all our sin, taking my hell so I could go to his heaven. And now the Bible says whoever believes in the Son has eternal life. So God will never forget what you do with his Son. If you've never trusted him to be your Savior from your sin, would you call us at 888-NEED-HIM to meet the one who loved you enough to die for you?
And we welcome you back as we hit the fourth quarter. Seneca, a 4-point lead, 36-32. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, and Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast. Neosho ball here to start the fourth quarter of play. Going right to left on your computer screen. Garrett to inbound, gets it in to Burkhart. A little bit more balance there for Neosho in the quarter. They outscored Seneca 15-11, but still down 4. And stepping on the end line was Journey Arnold. It's court awareness right there, Darryl.
Gotta know where you're at. Uh-oh, here we go. And like you said, court awareness. Who's throwing the ball in?
Rhodes to inbound. Gets it into Gill. Gill in the backcourt. Got to get it across the timeline. Able to do that to Wade. Wade. You had Lannon for a second. Lannon is not dribbled. Back to Wade. Swinging it, trying to get it to Rhodes. Steal by Washington.
Cut her off.
Washington drives, left-handed layup, up and in, and the lead's down to 2. 36-34 with 7:20 to go. Lannon to Campbell, left-handed layup, and they call a foul on Neosho away from the ball. As Bond picks up her first, team's first here in the quarter. That was a nice pass to Campbell.
Pass. I kind of wish she'd have shot it now. She'd have got it.
Rhodes to inbound, into Lannon. Pops a 3 and no good. And the rebound goes to Arnold. Burkhart with it. Neosho can take their first lead since the first quarter with the three-pointer. Bond to Arnold, to Washington, and Lannon pokes her head in. A cheap foul there by Lannon, her second, team's first here in the fourth quarter.
Well, surprisingly, she's still in the game. I mean, usually she fouls out because she's aggressive, but
it's only her second personal.
Squeeze it.
As they get it into Washington, it's partially blocked. Burkhart gets it back. Back to Bond, right corner to Garrett, an open 3, no good. Lannon outboxed Washington, but they're going to call a foul on Ashton.
It'll not be on Ashton.
It's going to be on Ashton.
Holy cow.
Her third, team second.
It's kind of bad when you have position underneath the basket.
They're going to say, I'm not sure how. I'm not going to go there.
Don't ask me.
Garrett to inbound, into Bond. Now to Washington. Washington drives, free throw line, jumper, no good. Offensive rebound to Bond, no good. Gill tips it to herself. Neosho had a couple opportunities there to tie or take the lead and couldn't take advantage. 6:30 to go here in the ball game. Rhodes back to Gill. Gill gonna drive in among the trees and swatted away by Washington. How long can Olivia Haase stay on the bench? Down low to Arnold, left-handed layup, up and in, and we are tied at 36.
If he can get to the 4-minute mark, he'll probably bring Haase back in.
And Collinsworth. Haase set to check in, next dead ball. Rhodes drives and it's swatted away, but Gill saves the possession to Lannon, to Campbell. Campbell picks up her dribble. Rhodes pops a 3, no good. Gill, the offensive rebound, put back no good, tips it around, and it goes to Journey Arnold of Neosho. Neosho can take their first lead since the first quarter.
There was a double dribble right there. She lost it.
Arnold swinging it to Burkhart. Left wing, Burkhart drives, kicks out to Garrett, an open 3, no good. Arnold's bucket is no good, but she'll go to the free throw line as Callie Rhodes picks up her second and the team's third. Haase set to check in after the first free throw. Couldn't leave her out there on the bench any longer. How much longer can you leave Collinsworth on the bench as Arnold misses the first one?
Yeah.
Haase in for Rhodes.
At some point in time, you got to roll the dice.
People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. Campbell going to have to try and outbox Washington. Second free throw's no good, and the rebound goes to Wade. So we're tied at 36 still. 5:20 to go in the contest, and Haase can't be out of control. Haase drives, kicks to Lannon. Lannon drives, loses it, gets it back to Haase. Haase gonna drive, loses it, gets it back off the ground, and a jump ball possession arrow will keep it with Seneca. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast. As Gilda inbound for Seneca, left baseline. Gets it into Haase, left all alone. It's a three, it's no good. Wade fighting for the rebound and the jump ball. This time it will go to Neosho. It's a pretty good look for Olivia Haase though.
Yeah.
I think you will take that shot 10 out of 10 times.
That was a good open look.
Bond with it for Neosho. Now in the corner to Washington, down low to Arnold. She got double teamed. Campbell picks up the foul. Washington gets Journey Arnold gets the bucket to fall. And a chance at a 3-point play as Campbell picks up her second. As this is a 6-0 run to start the quarter for Neosho. Seneca has not scored in the first 3 minutes. As she misses the free throw and the rebound goes to Haase.
Good box out by Haase on the outside.
And Haase drives in the lane and Becklin Garrett picks up the foul. Garrett picks up her third, team second here in the quarter. And Haase a little bit out of control there, but catches a little bit of a break because that could have potentially been number 5. So she's got to be a little more careful as Haase trying to get the first points of the quarter for Seneca. She gets the first free throw to go. And now Maddie Collinsworth comes in with her 4 personals. In for Gill. Gill only 3 points, but she's made her presence felt as a freshman. As she hits them both, and we're tied at 38 with 4:48 to go. For Seneca, Collinsworth, and Haase don't have any fouls to give. If I'm Neosho, that's who I would go after, as the three-pointer is no good. Rebound to Bond. Campbell strips it away. Haase with it for Seneca, being guarded by Washington. Haase gonna drive to the hole, red-handed layup up and in. Haase has come alive here in the second half after sitting. She's got all 4 points in the quarter for Seneca. Arnold swings it to Burkhart. Burkhart an open three. It banked out, tipped around. Bond comes away with it and banks it in. We're tied again at 40. 4 minutes to go here, halfway through the fourth quarter. I think this is anything and everything you could ask for in the game, as the little jumper up and in for Olivia Wade at the free throw line.
Good set of picks. She come up top, set a pick, and got open.
Burkhart, a long 2 is no good, but it's tipped back to Bond. Her 2 is no good. Washington comes away with it, and Haase just fouled out.
Fouled out.
That is a big 5th foul on Olivia Haase. As Haase finishes with 12 points. And Callie Rhodes has to check in. Washington to try and tie the contest with a couple free throws. A height disadvantage there for Hazy, and you got to be a little smarter with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, you got to learn just to let it go.
The first one is good for Washington. So now Lannon becomes your main, I don't want to say ball carrier because that's football, ball handler.
Say they'll come with pressure now.
So the second one is no good. 42-41 Seneca. 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. As Gill going to check back in next possession as that's tipped out of bounds off of Neosho. As Gill will check in, we'll see who she checks in for.
Yeah.
In for Rhodes.
Yeah.
That might be your final 5 if you can keep it that way. Collinsworth to inbound. Neosho does have 2 fouls to give. Seneca does not have any. Wade has not dribbled, trying to get it down low to Campbell, and it's tipped out of bounds. It will stay Seneca basketball.
Well, I was going to say, Dalen's got to understand how to post up, but the girls have to understand when she's open to post up.
Collinsworth into Lannon. Seneca up 42-41, 3 minutes to go. Wade back towards the top of the key. Picks up her dribble, down low to Campbell. There's your post up, missed it, gets her own rebound, goes back up strong, no good. Lannon comes away with it, and Lannon is fouled. The shortest player out there comes away with the basketball and will go to the line for 2.
Don't ask me how either.
As Bond picks up her second. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast. The first free throw for Lannon. It's no good. One more coming. She was 1 for 2 her first trip. See if she can make the second one and make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, you got to make free throws down the stretch. You want to win.
So here comes the second one, and that one she banked in. 43-41 Seneca. 3 minutes to go.
Well, you know who you got to guard. Washington down inside.
Open 3 for Bond, and it rims out, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Neosho. That is the second
Holy
one
cow.
that Bond has had rim around the rim and fall out.
It's like a 360. Couple times.
And a timeout by Seneca. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with you here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10+ acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
Neosho basketball out of the timeout. Seneca up 43-41, 2:49 to go here in regulation. And yes, I say regulation, the way this game is going. And Daryl, I like to say this all the time in basketball, buckle your seatbelts. It's time for a fun 2 minutes.
Why don't you stand about to...
So get it back to Garrett, who misses the shot but is fouled. I'm not sure what you were talking about, but he wasn't happy with the inbounds play. I know that much. I got that
I'm not
much
happy
because
because they weren't in the right position to guard that inbounds play. They got Washington just sitting out there, and they won't even guard her.
Garrett needs to hit them both to tie the contest. Hits the front end. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. Missed second one, rebound to Collinsworth. And a timeout by Seneca, or somebody have blood. Something
on the court. Referee timeout.
So The bad thing for Seneca is now Neosho can set up their pressure. I mean, I understand why you call that. You have to call that, but that's the bad thing if you're Seneca. It's Burkhart working against Lannon. Lannon almost loses it, gets it back. And now to Gill. Gets a screen set, picks up her dribble to Campbell. Campbell back out, and a foul on Neosho. That's the 4th team foul. And I think it's on Bond. Nope, it's on Burkhart, her 4th. So both teams will be shooting free throws after the next Neosho foul. Neosho already shooting free throws. Into Campbell. Campbell has not scored here in the 4th quarter. That's a big three by Maryland Gill out of the timeout. Or not the timeout, the inbounds play.
Yes. Huge by Gill.
And that's a freshman making a huge three. Burkhart drives, partially blocked by Collinsworth. Campbell comes away with it and gets it to Gill.
Now handle the basketball.
Get it to Lannon. You got to get it across the timeline. Got to go quick. Got bumped and picking up the foul is Journey Arnold, and she just fouled out. So that's the 5th team foul as well. So Arnold fouls out. Aspen Drake will check in, and Ashton Lannon has 2 big free throws coming her way.
Well, we say this, down the stretch here in the 4th quarter, you want to win, you've got to make free throws. Let's see if she can knock them down.
First one, no good. She's split the pair every time. See if she can make the second one. And she's made the second one both other times, so see if the trend continues. It does not, but the rebound to Gill. Her shot blocked. Going to go back up again. Misses it. Rebound up is no good, and getting fouled is Maddie Collinsworth. 3 different attempts are no good, but Seneca picks up a huge offensive rebound, as it's the 2nd personal on Washington. I don't know how they boxed out Gill. Managed to somehow out-jump Washington as Collinsworth nails the first one.
Huge. Maybe Maddie can hit these 2 coming down the stretch.
The second one for Collinsworth is short. It's a 5-point Seneca lead, 47-42, 150 to go. Burkhart drives and is fouled by Olivia Wade. Wade's 4th, team's 5th. Or they were already in the bonus.
Yeah,
so
they're just in the bonus.
Burkhart to the line for 2. Burkhart so far today is 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Her 1 point coming from the charity stripe.
We box out Washington.
Also Drake, too. So the first one is up, and that's pure. For all her struggles today, these are a couple big free throws for Neosho. This is a big one, and can you box out Washington like you said? As here comes the second one, and that is good. We managed to rim it in, and we have a timeout by Neosho. Seneca up 47-44, 1:47 to go here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
We welcome you back. Seneca up 47-44, 1:47 to go. Reset some things for you. Olivia Haase fouled out, finished with 12. Maddie Collinsworth with 4, she's on the floor. Olivia Wade with 4, she's on the floor for Seneca. Lannon with 3, Campbell with 2, and that's who matters. Gill with 1 for Seneca. For Neosho, Burkhart with 4, Garrett with 3, and those are really the only 2 in foul trouble for Neosho. Seneca basketball out of the timeout. They have full baseline to run. Rhodes
going to be trying to trap. Yeah, Neosho's going to be trying to trap.
Collinsworth gets it into Lannon. Lannon going to get it in the front court, working against Bond. Oh, you have Collinsworth wide open down low, and she is fouled by Jasmine Washington.
Oh, tee her up. Oh, my.
I had my head down. I didn't see what.
Oh, she slammed the ball down on the floor.
Oh, they actually call it on Garrett, not Washington. That's a bigger foul because it's Garrett's fourth. Collinsworth to the line for 2.
Make free throws down the stretch.
First one is good for Maddie Collinsworth. This fourth quarter has become a free throw exhibition for both teams. One more here for Collinsworth. And she hits them both. The lead back up to 5, 49-44, 1:30 to go.
Got to watch Backlund in the corner.
Got to watch
Washington.
Got to watch Bond for 3 as well. Burkhart puts up a long 2, and that's good for Journey Burkhart. It's 49-46, 1:20 to go.
Oh.
Lannon in the front court.
Where are you going to jump over anybody?
Lannon drives, got her shot swatted away, and Burkhart comes away with it. Seneca up by 3 with 1 minute to go. Lannon steals it. It's a 2-on-0. Lannon gets fouled by Burkhart, and Burkhart just fouled out. Lannon to the line for 2. 2 big free throws coming up. And Darrell, once again, the free throw line will tell the tale.
You want to win, you make free throws. Simple as that. Down the stretch. She missed the last 2 she had a chance of. She's got to knock these down.
First one's no good. One more coming. She's missed her last 3.
She's hitting the back of the rim. Last 3 times she's hit the back of the rim. Notice how they put Washington out. That's so she can get down the court fast.
This is a big free throw for Lannon. Second one is no good. Gill almost came away with the rebound. Got to find Washington, got to find Garrett. Garrett drives, pump fakes Washington for the tie. No good. Campbell has it knocked off of Drake, and it goes back to Seneca. I think if you're Seneca, you want to try. Collinsworth is triggering in, but I think Collinsworth is the one that you want shooting the free throws.
Yeah.
Gill in the front court with it. You'll take all the time in the world. Garrett can't pick up her 4th.
Gosh.
And you throw it away as they tried to get it to Ashton Lannon. Neosho does not need a 3. They could go with the quick 2. Garrett in the corner to Washington. Washington drives. No good, and the rebound goes to Wade. Ball tipped around. Lannon comes away with it.
Handle the basketball.
Gets it to Wade in the front court to Collinsworth. That's who you want to have. How's Burkhart still out there? She should have fouled out. Washington comes away with it in the front court to Garrett. And a timeout by Neosho. We'll take 30 seconds here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians.
And we welcome you back as Seneca up 49-46, 12.5 seconds to go. It is Neosho ball out of the timeout. They will inbound next to their own bench. Burkhart to trigger it into Bond. Bond near the timeline. They're trying to get Burkhart. And now swing it to Garrett. Garrett with 5. Collinsworth on her. She's going to pop a three. It's no good. A rebound is no good. Drake got fouled, but that's not a horrible foul, as Wade just fouled out. But they made it where you can't tie the game with free throws. So Drake has to make the first, somehow miss the second, knock it out, and get a bucket. 1.4 seconds. There's not enough time to make both get a steal and get it.
There's no way I put Gill on Washington.
And now it doesn't matter. You have to miss and somehow tap it out. And Seneca will call a timeout, and Darryl will keep it here.
Yeah, I think this is what Coach is wanting to make sure you understand. Ladies, okay, here's what's going to happen. They have to miss, so you're going to block out. Dalen, get on Washington. Block out, because Washington, the only thing she can do is tip the ball out.
I don't even know if you have enough time to tip it out and get a three up.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, that's all they can do.
That's what they have to try and do, but I don't know if 1.4 is enough time to tip it out and get a ball off in time. And I'm not saying anything about home scoring, but that's where sometimes you're not quite as quick on the button
to hitting the clock button.
And I'm not saying they're doing a terrible job by any stretch of the imagination, and that's a tough job regardless, especially here with 1.4 seconds to go.
Yeah, here it is. Dalen Campbell, I think she's junior. She is not.
She's a senior.
Okay, she's a senior. She's on Washington. There you go. Now we're. That's what Coach Schulte has understood. Is like, Dalen, you're on Washington. Period.
All they can have.
Rhodes should be going down on her and just pinching her, making a sandwich out of her.
She has to try intentionally miss, and she missed the whole backboard. Sometimes that's what happens when you try and intentionally miss. It's not something that's normal for a kid. If you're Seneca, you just need to throw it long and hope somebody touches it. Into Lannon. It's dribbled out of bounds. They stopped the clock. They stopped the clock early, but it doesn't matter. Lannon never went out of bounds, and they stopped the clock early, but Seneca survives here this evening. 49-46, your final score. They stopped the clock there with 0.9 seconds to go. And
they thought it was going out of bounds.
And it never should have stopped. Seneca picks up the win. They improve to 1-0. Neosho falls to 0-1. The post-game show is sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. After this timeout, here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family.
As if our day-to-day life doesn't bring enough pressure, we seem to regularly get news of some disaster or tragedy that really makes us realize how fragile life is. Our hearts grieve as we watch the news. And it's even worse when we receive news of an unexpected disaster that brings the loss of a friend or family member. Do you ever ask God, why?
Why?
What's the meaning of this disaster?
Don't you care?
The Bible says no one is exempt from tribulation and disaster. But the Bible also teaches that we can face crises and disasters with a power that's only available through a relationship with Jesus Christ. God tells us that when we pass through troubling times, He is with us, and He will not leave us alone. Do you know Jesus so that you can approach Him in prayer? Well, you can speak to someone about beginning a relationship with Jesus Christ by calling 888-NEED-HIM or going to www.chataboutjesus.com.
And we welcome you back to the postgame show. Postgame show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca improves to 1-0 with a 49-46 win. And Daryl, Marilyn Gill hit probably the biggest three of the night for the Lady Indians, and she's only a freshman.
Yeah, she did. Got it kicked out to her. You can tell she was a freshman tonight. She was a little nervous. The speed of the game, she's got to get used to it, and she will. She's got some good stuff going on. She handles the basketball well. She did. She got a kick out right there, wide open three, and nailed it. And like you said, Ben, that was the biggest three of the night right there. That big basket just kind of put them over the edge.
And, I mean, you look at this Seneca team. Dalen Campbell did not score in the fourth quarter, but she had an excellent night, led the way with 16, and then 12 for Olivia Haase. I think the big thing for Seneca is you got to find a way to stay out of foul trouble, because Haase sat the bench the first 4 minutes, really the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, and then fouled out with about 2 minutes to go. She's got to find a way to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, she's got. You just have to learn to be smarter. And the thing about it is what I always told the girls is in the first half, play soft in the first half. Learn how the referees are calling the game. Play soft, play easy. Don't get yourself in foul trouble quick, because then you're playing passive the rest of the game. Play passive to start with, and then you can kind of turn it up a little bit and adjust to what the referees are calling.
Seneca did a pretty good job on Neosho's top two scorers, Washington with 18 and Garrett with 13, but Washington 10 in the first half, 8 in the second half. Garrett 7 in the first half, 6 in the second half. So Seneca a pretty good job on the two main scorers for Neosho.
Yeah, that's the girls that they look for. And Washington's got a good touch. She's a tall, lanky girl down inside, and she's learning to shoot the ball on the outside as well. She got a nice soft touch, so she's one to be reckoned with. And of course, Beckland is always a decent basketball player and always looking to score.
Balanced scoring for the Lady Indians. Both teams finished with two players in double figures. Campbell with 16 and Haase with 12 for Seneca. 18 for Washington, 13 for Garrett for Neosho. But Seneca's 7 players scored on the night, whereas Neosho only had 5.
Yeah, Seneca's got some girls and got some team that they've got a lot of rotation. They can get some players in. That's what coach has to figure it out. What's the best rotation and to keep, as far as what girls work best together, and so you can give a bunch of rest and you can kind of keep them a little bit fresher.
The Seneca girls will be at the Diamond Gem City Classic next week. No broadcast from there. Our next Seneca broadcast will be the home opener for the Lady Indians, as they are home Thursday and Friday, December 12th and 13th. Thursday against Verona, Friday against Southwest Washburn. 49-46 your final score here this evening. Seneca picks up the win here on opening night. For the two coaches that joined us, for Coach Will King, for Coach Daryl Harbaugh, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long. Make sure you stay tuned Saturday afternoon, a big one for the Seneca football team as they host Lift for Life in the state semifinals from Seneca. Game will be on the radio, KNEO 91.7 FM, with live video for a fee and live audio at kneo.org. Kickoff at 1 o'clock. Pregame at 12:15 p.m. I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Neosho. We'll talk to you Saturday for high school football here on the KNEO on Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.